I was at an LSTC meeting yesterday with D2L, our E-Class representatives, and several schools were voicing their frustration at not being able to publicly display anything they were doing in D2L. And a couple of schools specifically wanted to be able to at least have their news items visible to parents and to the general community. So I raised my hand and suggested that they could accomplish this simply with RSS. And after explaining it to the group, I realized that it was something I don't believe I've shared outside of the online and distance ed group here at this school. So I thought it was a good time to make a video. So I'm in my portal. I'm going to click on my E-Class tool, or D2L if you prefer. I'm going to go to my sandbox, and in my sandbox I have my D2L news feed. Now this, of course, is seen by students in the student portal anytime I publish a new item here. But unbeknownst to apparently a lot of people, this is automatically published using something called RSS. RSS stands for Rich Site Summary or Rich Site Syndication, depending on who you talk to. So let's take a look at how this works. I'm going to go into my news, and I'm going to go ahead and create a quick news item. And once I have my news typed up, I'm going to let it publish starting today. I'm going to have it end tomorrow. I can, of course, change this to anything I want. And once I'm done, I am going to hit publish. Now, that probably didn't make a lot of sense up until now, because the word publish would generally mean that we are putting it out there for public consumption. Well, we are. We just didn't know it. Go to More Actions and click on RSS, and you'll be taken to a publicly accessible RSS feed. If you take that URL, we can now publish that URL anywhere we want and have it visible by the general public. So I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to go to a web page that I have editing rights to. I'm going to put that page in edit mode. I'm going to select a place where I'd like that news feed to be. And let's go ahead and center that up. And then I'm going to go to Insert. Now, by default, Google doesn't make it very easy to embed other websites or pages into a Google site. However, it can be accomplished using what Google calls gadgets. Now, there's no default gadget in here that will work for what we want to do, but if we go to More Gadgets, we don't have to look very far. In fact, the second item will work perfectly. This is the Google substitution for something called iframe, which is simply a way to put another web page into a Google site. So if I select that, I need to provide, first of all, a URL to the content I want to embed. So I'm going to paste in that URL from my RSS feed. I'm going to let it display a scroll bar. I'm going to change the height to only be 150 pixels high. The default width is probably fine. I am going to put a scroll bar. And I'm going to change the title on the gadget to Langford News. Now I can hit preview, and there's what they're going to see. Again, that URL that we looked at earlier. So if I'm happy with it, I click OK, hit save. And now every time I create a new news item, there's nothing further I have to do. It's just going to automatically show up here on my web page until such time as it expires. Or if I set it to never expire, it will be there as long as the web page is available. And it's that easy.